Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear students, let me first of all recapitulate and summarize what I have discussed with you people in my previous two lectures. In lecture first, I was talking about the federalism. I tried to define the concept of federalism conceptually with certain cases and these case studies. In the lecture second, I was talking about what makes India a federal country and I was trying to describe the different constitutional and legislative powers between the central union government and the state government, which includes the three lists, namely the union list. Then I discussed with you people the concurrent list, how the laws are framed, and within the state list as well. So concurrent list was discussed, union list was discussed, and the state list was discussed with you people among the previous two lectures. But now let me today describe here the practice of federalism in India, how the federalism is practiced within the state of India, within the country of India as well. So, dear students, the credit for the support and the powerful federalism within the India goes to the nature of the democratic country. How much the country and the countrymen are following the democratic values and the democratic lines. Thus, same is the case. We are having the results. We will witness the results. We will witness the feelings of the federalism from the same state. So, if you talk about from the 1947, let's have a quick glance to the map. Here on the screen, let's see the map, the formation of the states here, and let's bring a comparison of the political map of India here, and that's this 2020. You will see a lot of dichotomies and a lot of diversities within the two maps. So let's talk here how the first test for the federalism in India was this the formation of the linguistic states. When after 1947 the formation of new states emerged, the creation of the new states started. So what the founding members, what they took under the considerations, the first and the prerequisite element was that they took into the consideration the diversities of the country, the ethnic variations of the country into the consideration. The best example of that is when you talk about this formation of the state like Nagaland, Uttarakhand, Jharkhand, these northwestern states. If you talk about these northwestern states, Uttarakhand, Jharkhand, Nagaland, so this was the best feature of the federalism, where these diversities were taken into the considerations. So it was the first benchmark or the test for the federal structure of India at the time of the formation of the states. Now, dear students, if we talk about the recent history, let me recapitulate to you people. If we talk about the Telangana movement that was formed by in 2014, this Telangana, there is a state that's called Andhra Pradesh. Let me show it here on the map. Andhra Pradesh. Here, Andhra Pradesh, it was a state till 2014. But here the man on the screen, his name is this K. Chandrasekhar Rao. He was the first governor of the Telangana state as well. He was a person who started the movement. The movement was called the Telangana movement in Andhra Pradesh. That movement was against the agreement that was simply called the gentleman's agreement. Where what gentleman's agreement was speaking, it was talking about the violation of all those lines, violation of all those respect to those diversities of the Telangana, which the Andhra Pradesh government was trying to rule out, and they were trying to overrule all those feelings. That's why the new movement, the Telangana movement, was formed under the banner and under the patronage of this great personality called K. Chandrasekhar Rao, who led this movement, and ultimately the result was we witnessed in the 2nd of June 2014, when the same state was formed. So forming a state of Telangana in 2014 is the best example. It justifies the fact. It is a testimony of the fact that India is showing the respect to diversity and the ethnicity. So the moment it is the respect, when it comes to the case of respect, it means that the essence of the federalism is received by is enjoying by the democratic people of the country. Okay, dear students, it was the so I was talking about here the Congress leader, this P. Chandrasekhar Rao, who led the formation of the state, what we simply call the Telangana new state. Okay, now the second test for the Indian federalism is the language policy. Let me tell you here, people, in India, there is no one that's the national language. The way we are having the national bird, we are having the national animal. So there is no one not a case like that to make someone the national language of India. But no doubt Hindi is an official language. It's an official language. it's an official language, but not a national language. Let's not misconstrue here the things. It's not a national language, but it's an official language. Plus, there are recognized 21 languages, scheduled languages in India. The Hindi as an official language, and 21 other languages, scheduled languages as well. For example, if you talk about the writing the answers among examinations, so there's a relaxation to pen down answer among the different languages as well. But nothing, there is not a language that makes you as a national language. But the moment Hindi was an official language till 1965, the voice was raised. The people, certain peoples, if we talk about the case, the certain peoples felt that the sort of inferiority complex till 1965. So a voice was raised against the Hindi for an official language as well. So later on, the one new language was added, that's English, was added for the official use, which we simply call as a lingua franca as well. And English was used to help the peoples to address their problems and to make it an official language as well. So India shows a best respect to every language, every regional language as well. That's why the Hindi was not made as the official this national language. It was made an official language. It gives a recognition that's only an official recognition, not a recognition that's a national recognition or that represent a particular section, particular faction, particular group of people as well. So it was the second test that was on the basis of this language policy. The third benchmark that describes the very beautiful and intrinsically the test of the federalism in India, that is the center-state relations. The students, that's the center-state relation. What is the relationship of the center versus the state? So center-state relations. What's the relation between the center and the states? If we talk about the ruling from 1947 till 1990, predominantly the India was ruled by a one single party, or you can call them sometimes the hegemon India. The hegemon rule or the one-party rule was that in India, that the one central party was ruling the whole India. But after 1990, we have witnessed certain dramatic changes among the growth of the regional political parties in India as well. They're talking about this, the representation of the regional states at the central level. So this new wave of the formation of new political parties at the regional level gave new direction, new phase to the political process of India that we simply call the coalition government. So now now new regional parties were coming together. They were joining hands together and laying the formation of the coalition government in India as well. So the different parties are joining hands together, making a majority, and that very majority rules. So the moment you say the regional party, we believe the regional parties are coming within the center, it means that the representation is given to those very class that's a voiceless, that was not represented so for a long span of time. So now in recent literature we can call it, there is a new term that's what simply called cooperative federalism. That's called the cooperative federalism in India. It is effective federalism. The students, it's also entitled as a new name, that's called marble cake federalism. It's called marble cake federalism. So federalism thus can be witnessed in a country that highly believes among the lines of the democratic values, that tries to inculcate the democratic values among the citizens. In that very country, we can witness the growth of federal nature, where every section is represented, the center and state relation is balanced, the powers are harmoniously divided among the sections. So we can witness the smooth growth of the federal structure in that very particular country. So this was all about this, how India is going through different phases and the different benchmarks to justify this fact that India is a federal country. So stay connected for the next talk. Till then, take care and Allah Hafiz.